Over the past few seasons, I've had the opportunity to harvest 10 whitetail trophy bucks in 10 different states. One of the main things I attribute to that success is having my gear dialed in and ready before the season gets here. So what I want to do in these videos is help you know what's out there, what's the latest and greatest, or maybe what is some products that are out there that you don't know about that can help you achieve your goals this fall in the whitetail woods. So let's go ahead, sit down, buckle up, dive in to gear season 2025. What's up, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Revive Outdoors. If this is your first time to our channel, thanks for stopping by, and if you're coming back, thanks for coming back. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Latitude Outdoors pack line. So they have the Ranger 11, they have the 22, and then they have the 33. I don't have my hands on the 33 yet, but that will be coming soon, and I'll be sure to get an episode out for that. For Latitude Outdoors overall, they are a partner here at Revive Outdoors, so we'll be seeing a lot of content, all of their new stuff for this season. You'll be seeing on our gear season playlist here for 2025, so I'm excited to share about those, but I wanted to specifically talk about the 11 and the 22 because that is what I ran a lot last year, and I wanted to give you some specific feedback on it. I believe it was one of the best packs that was released in 2024, and so as we go into 2025, a lot of other companies are coming out with packs as well, so I wanted to be sure to talk about the Ranger line before we started talking about the other packs as I get those on hand to be able to demo and show those to you. When it comes to the packs, the 11 stands for 11 liters, and then you have 22 liters, and then the 33 is 33 liters. So it's the capacity of the backpack. That's kind of how you identify which is which. Now, I have these configured. I don't have my Latitude platform, so all the Latitude fans or the company, please forgive me for having an Arsenal platform on here. That's just all I have on hand. I have my guys on my team that have the Latitude platforms, and then I'm excited to be getting one of their new platforms as well. But with these, I wanted to set them up how I use them, so that way you can get an idea of how you can use them, an actual practical application. As you know, on all my demo videos, it's not just going through some boring specs and learning what you can learn on a website. It's also going to be talking about the actual real world application. Backpacks can be kind of boring, but in my opinion, it's one of the most important tools that you can carry. The bino harness being one of my favorite things. Your pack is always going to be a close second to the bino harness. So I want to dive into the details of this. We will go through the specs for you here at the beginning on the 11 and the 22, and then we will go through the demo portion, and I can show you how I set it up and some of the features and the benefits of having the 11 versus the 22 or the 22 versus 11. You might be undecided on which one that you want. I can tell you I lean towards the 22 because I film. So I have a lot of filming gear that I have to carry. I have to carry cameras. If I'm ground hunting, it's tripods. If I'm in the tree, it is going to be my camera arm. So there's a lot of things that I have to put in there, but if I didn't have to film, this would be what I would run early and mid-season. And then when it gets to later season, I would still run this, throw my jacket and my pants on here. I would honestly probably do that. But if you are somebody who packs a lot more than I do, me being more of a minimalist, if you have to pack more, that's where this 22 is going to come into line. And then honestly, if you are filming, what I'm considering once I get my hands on the 33 is moving to the 33, because sometimes it gets really, really tight with putting in my tripod or my camera arm. So it would just be nice to have a little bit more space, but still have a compact, low profile backpack on my back. What I do love is that the packs sit within the shoulders. So every pack that you get in this Ranger line is going to sit within the shoulders of you, within your torso. So it's not going to be sticking out. It's not going to be grabbing on things you don't want it to grab onto. But before we dive into any more details, let's go ahead and dive into the specs. Then we will demo. And then if you want to learn more about our mission here at Revive Outdoors and how using our discount code and our links makes a huge impact in the conservation space, then you can listen to that at the end of this episode. Let's go ahead and dive in. The Ranger 11 was meticulously designed as a specialty for the mobile whitetail hunter. The primary goal was to deliver a single pack that performs during all phases of the season for the tree stand hunter or the minimalist saddle hunter. This will pair well with the back straps that Latitude makes and also has the ability to turn into a frame pack. Their all-season gear, which is what this Ranger pack line falls under, is good for not just deer season, but also turkey season. And I personally use it year round for trips and other things that I need a pack for. When it comes to the features, it's going to have webbing loop attachments all over the place. It's going to have strap keepers, so you don't have to worry about straps flying through the air. It has really heavy duty shoulder straps. It helps reduce hot spots and reduces fatigue. You have the internal framing of the pack, which allows it to be more rigid and provides that more structured fit. It is removable if you need to do that. It has heavy duty oversized zippers, so it's easy to operate and keeps the noise down when you need it to. It has wallet and key pockets up at the top, so you can use those for what you need to. When it comes to the dimensions, it's going to be 15 inches by 9 inches by 5 inches. Again, it is going to be 11 liters. That's what the Ranger 11 stands for. And then it's going to come in at a weight of 2 pounds. Moving over to the Ranger 22, it is going to be designed specifically for the mobile whitetail hunter as well. It is just the same pack in a larger version. You're going to have that all-season gear technology that's built into it that allows you to hunt multiple species. Some of the features that you get out of the 22 that you don't see on the 11 is that it is going to be hydration ready. So you have the ability to put a hydration bladder, and then it has a pass-through hole for that. It has a removable waist belt that allows you to have extra support around your hips to take the weight off of your shoulders for those heavy pack in or pack outs in late season. It has the strap keepers, the shoulder straps, the internal frame, exactly what you see on the 11. And then it's going to have those same zippers. One thing that it has that is not on the 11 is it has that compression sleeve on the front. This is going to be made to hold sticks, to hold extra gear, platform, maybe late season bivs, but it's just really an extra sleeve there to hold everything tight to the pack that you need. Then when it comes to the sizing and dimensions of this, it's going to be 18 inches by 11 by 6 inches, and then coming at a volume of 22 liters. It is going to weigh 4 pounds, 2 ounces with the compression panel and the belt, and it is going to come in at 3 pounds, 1.5 ounces without the compression panel and the hip belt. The hip belt weighs 10.2 ounces and the compression panel weighs 5.4. Now that we've talked through the specs and the features, I want to talk through how I use these specifically for my use case. And so when I am hunting and I do not want to use any camera gear, this is the perfect fit for me. So if you're somebody who you want to go the minimalist route, you're all about cutting weight, you only get what you need into here and you will be happy. It's going to be very small. You can see how tiny it is. It's not much bigger than my bino harness. It is going to be just enough space to get what you need done, but not be just too cumbersome and involved. And so you have the side pockets, as I mentioned in the specs and features portion, but the way that I utilize this is the straps here on the bottom. So you have an attachment point here and an attachment point here. I will run the straps, which you'll see on the 22 here in a minute. I'll run the straps, and this is where my sticks will sit. So if you're one sticking or you're multi-sticking, all your sticks can go right here. You have quick access to it when you get to the tree, so you don't have to take the pack off. Then once I get up the tree, once I've ascended, then I can run my gear strap around the tree, go ahead and hang that backpack up, and then I have my saddle platform right there on the ready. And so you're just gonna quickly take that off. Obviously, I'd be a lot more quieter if I was actually hunting, but then you can take that off and then you are ready to access this pack. So for me, you're not gonna find many more packs out there that offer the wide array of features and attachment possibilities with this, with it having MOLLE on the sides, MOLLE on the front. It is going to give you the ability to do really anything that you want and carry anything that you need on your hunt. You're going to have the zipper up here that's going to be for this section of it. You're going to have the zipper down below. It's going to cover all the way down to the bottom. You have that key pocket, wallet pocket up here at the top, good for a cell phone. And then these pockets on the side, they have a nice stretch cord in them, so you have the ability to get things in there, but then it tightens back down on it. Dive into the inside. It is not going to be a large space, but the way that it opens up in here and the way that it's framed out, you have the ability to get a pretty good bit down in there despite how small it is. So it has a lot of capabilities that are kind of unseen until you start putting your gear in them. And then inside you have another pocket that you can put things in as well that's mesh and breathable. And then here on the back, I wanted to flip it around and show you. So you have a ability to put something down through here if you want to, and then you can take this Velcro off here, and that's where you can take that frame out. So if you're wanting to have it more lightweight, take out all the weight possible, you can take that frame structure out. One more thing I want to hit is the shoulder strap. So up here where it says all season gear, you have the ability to attach something like a Garmin, or you can attach like an Insta360 camera. I'll run those on my backpack straps a lot of time. You have the chest clip that can move up and down, and then you have additional attachment points. And then these buckles are really easy to operate, and they also hold really well. So a lot of times you have one or the other. You have the ability to adjust it really easy, but it doesn't hold, it'll move. But I can tell you I've walked miles and miles with these packs on my back, and they're not going anywhere until you decide to loosen them up. So that is going to be it for the Ranger 11. This is definitely for that minimalist at heart that's trying to go as lightweight as possible. But again, if you have any questions specific to this, let me know. But we'll go ahead and jump over to the 22. Moving over to the 22, I can say that I used this a lot last year, like a whole lot. And so this thing, if I was going in the woods, it was about every time that this thing was on my back. So I know it backwards and forwards. I use it for trips. I use it for turkey hunting. I use it for deer season. I use it for coyote hunting. I use it for a lot of different things, even range day. So I love the 22, but I am excited to try the 33 when I get my hands on it. But let's talk about how I set it up and the reason that I set it up this way. So majority of the time, I personally do not use the compression sleeve that's back here behind the platform, just because I will use straps that go on top of the backpack versus having the sleeve there. It's really a personal preference if you want the sleeve or not, but the sleeve is really designed, yes, maybe to hold sticks, yes, maybe you can use it for the platform, but really what it's designed for is clothing and putting extra layers back here behind it. And so the way that I have it set up when I do have those extra layers is just like this. I'm gonna have my platform here on the top. I'm gonna have my sticks down here below, which I will show you how easy it is to quick detach and start up the tree when you are ready to here in just a minute. But I can show you right here, once I have this on the tree, so say this is on my gear hanger, I'm gonna go ahead and then just detach and lift up that saddle platform and go ahead and attach it to the tree. And then I would have everything that I needed right there and ready to go. A lot of times, again, I'm not using this compression sleeve, but if you are, this can fit a lot of layering. And so I have it down as tight as it will go right now. You can extend it down at the bottom, and you can remove it if you want to, but you can extend it all the way out, and it can hold a lot of layers. So if you're somebody that's got a really long walk and you just want to go in your briefs, then you can do that and still have the ability to pack everything in, and then it gets dressed close to the tree or at the base of the tree, or even once you get in the tree. And then you have the front zipper here that is going to encompass the entire distance of this pocket. So where this only gives access to half of the pocket, this is going to be the entire pocket. It's going to go all the way down to the bottom. So you want to make sure that this stays zipped if you're going to use it as a full-size pocket. Then dropping that out of the way, you're going to have your half pocket here, half pocket there, just like we had on the 11. You're going to have your very wide open mouth. And then on the inside of this, it's going to be a little bit different than the 22. So you're going to have the side pockets here that you can place things in. You're going to have a large pocket here that you could place anything in. You're going to have a place for a hydration bladder. You're going to put it there or there, and then you can run it through the hole there at the top. So you have a few more features that are built-in pockets into this than the 22, and then we'll see what the difference is with the 33 once we open it up, maybe just the size. But zipping it back here, I'll flip it around for you and give you an idea of all the padding that is built into this backpack. So one thing that I love is a comfortable backpack. It's got to sit well on my back. You can see here, I do not have the waist belt. I just personally am not a waist belt guy unless I'm using something that's really, really heavy, which I would say 95% of the time I'm not. I'm trying to go in with this minimal as possible. But if you are somebody who wants the waist belt, you can quickly attach that and add that hip support there as well, so it takes a little bit pressure off of the shoulders. Personally, I don't think you need it for the 22, but I am, again, somebody who does not pack a lot of things. And so I'm going to pack my camera gear, and that's going to be the heaviest things I pack, and if I didn't have that, I would probably be back at the 11. But you have the back pad here, you have the shoulder the top of your shoulder blades here that are padded, and then you have these really nice padded straps. Again, you have attachment points all over the place for this, as well as the chest clip and the ability to adjust these, and they hold. When it comes to the 22, the way that I have it set up is I will go ahead and put it on my back and show you. And so what I want to do is when I get to the base of the tree, I never want to take my pack off. It's the same thing with the saddle that I talk about in the suspenders video for the Buzzard Drew saddles. Is I don't want to, once I put everything on, I don't want to take anything back off. I'll add layers, but I don't want to take anything away if I don't have to. And so what I'll do when I come up to the tree is I'll reach back here and I will unbuckle these steps. And so once you have them unbuckled, then you have them right there and ready. But for me, what I'll do a lot of times is I'll take these, I'll separate them so they don't cling together, and I'll go ahead and attach them to my saddle as I move up. So then you can go ahead and go all the way up. You have that pack on your back with your saddle platform. Go ahead, hang your gear hanger, put that backpack on there, and then go ahead and put up your saddle platform. So that's how I am going to use the Ranger 22. If you have any questions specifically to these backpacks, or if there's any other content you want to see from Latitude Outdoors or from other brands, please let us know. Be sure to stay tuned to learn more about Revive Outdoors at the end of this episode. But we thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. If this is your first time to our channel, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do here at Revive Outdoors. So we are a nonprofit based out of Birmingham, Alabama, serving multiple states through our mission. Our mission is to make a positive and an eternal impact through conservation. The positive side of that comes to helping connect people through mental health counseling, and then the eternal side is connecting people to salvation through Jesus Christ. So what we do to accomplish that mission is we teach adults how to hunt. So we have a hunting 101 workshop where they can learn all about either deer or turkey hunting, and then they qualify for a one-on-one mentored hunt with our team. We have over 40 volunteers that volunteer their time to take these mentees out on mentored hunts. During that mentored hunt, they're going to take what they learned in that workshop and they're going to apply it to that hunt. But while they are also on that hunt, our team is going to identify where they are at in their walk in life. Do they need to take a step towards mental health counseling, or towards salvation, or towards joining our team, or maybe getting connected with the church or a small group? We want to make that positive and eternal impact. And since 2020, we've had 400 adults come through our mentorship program. We have seen over 100 get connected to mental health counseling, and we have seen 54 individuals receive salvation through Jesus Christ. So God is all in this and leading us to make a huge impact for the kingdom, and we are grateful to be a part of that. And ways that you can be a part of that is you can join our team as well. Whether you're in Alabama or maybe you're in another state, we have virtual meetings where you can connect. Thank God for technology. You can connect to our team, but we would be happy to connect with you if that's something that you're interested in. If you'd like to support us financially, first thing first is use the discount codes or click on the links that we have for the products that you are looking to buy. If you click more and then you hit more again, it'll get to our show notes. You click that link. I know it's an extra step that you have to take, but it helps that company know that you came from our channel, and they will make a donation back to our mission here at Revive Outdoors. You can also give through Venmo, PayPal, or our website if you want to support us that way. But before you leave this episode today, be sure to like the video and then subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. It's completely free, doesn't cost you anything, but helps us out a ton. And then be sure to comment any questions that you have, but also comment what you want to see in future episodes so we know what kind of content that you are looking for, so we can help you make those informed purchase decisions. But we thank you again for watching today's episode, and we will see you on the next one.